One of the most common questions that I get from sellers is, should I fix up my house or should I sell it as is? In this video, we're gonna go through that. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is John Cummings. I'm with Dad Life Property Solutions. And me, my wife, my kids, we go all throughout the Lehigh Valley. We fix and flip properties, we rent them out, but mostly we're here to help you, the seller, to solve some of the problems and answer some of the questions you may have. Today, we're going over a very common question that I have from a seller when I have a conversation with them is, should I fix up my home and then list it, or should I just sell it as is to someone like myself, or just put it on the market as is? There's not a one size fits all solution to this. I wish I could just say it's very cut and dry, but it really isn't. Honestly, depends on your situation as the homeowner and seller. There's a few things that it comes down to, and we're gonna go break it down based on which route you wanna go. Step one, let's go through fixing up your property. If you've ever been involved with home renovations before, they take time, they cost money, and there's things that may come up. So those are the biggest things that may happen when you're fixing up a property. One thing to notice, when I was doing this property here in Bethlehem, the seller actually asked me, should I just fix this up and sell it? Because he was here for, I think, 35 years. He very well could have fixed this up and made it nice and put it on the market and sold it. Came out very nice. The issue with that, right, is first thing I told him is like, hey, this needs a lot of work. We tore this house down to the studs. So it's not like we just painted this. This is all new. Like, there was paneling on the wall. All the lighting is new. All the windows are new. Doors, like all the outdoors are new. Everything's new. The molding's done. So, that's a lot of work. And that's just a lot of money in materials. Those are things that you gotta think about. Can I even afford to spend the money to do the renovation? Realistically, I believe this costs us around $35,000 to renovate this place. Do you have $35,000 laying around that you could put towards the renovation? Yes, you will make that money up on the sale, but can you wait that long? Have holding costs. Another thing is the risks of renovating, right? That's something like this door here. Very simple, we put this door in. This was not here at one point. There was a window here. The door actually was right here in the kitchen, okay? Why did we move the door? Because the layout sucked. Someone buying this house would have preferred a bigger kitchen and a door right there. So when we come out, this comes out to the porch area, got a nice little deck, and this deck was about to fall down. Another risk, it's like, it's not just the inside, you gotta take care of the outside too. It's not just one little thing. But once you start tearing into like these layout things and tearing the walls down, you don't know what you're gonna find. So again, that's just something small. We had to redo the layout though. I mean, that's again an additional, it's a significant amount of cost. Another example, we did the same thing up here in the bathroom. The layout was exactly the same. That door wasn't there, it was a window. It's inside the bathroom to go out to the porch. Who wants to do that, right? So we moved this, but that's an additional cost, right? And now you have a much bigger bathroom. We redid the entire layout of the bathroom. The tub used to be there. I believe the toilet was here, and there was a small sink. But yeah, we made it much more user-friendly here. And again, same thing with that deck out here. It was about to fall apart, so we had to do that. You start tearing into these walls, you see issues. We ended up having a cast iron pipe that we removed. We didn't see that when we first came in. We removed it and put PVC in. You don't know until you start tearing things out what you're gonna find. We raised these ceilings up. They were originally, I don't know, probably 3 feet lower. So we raised all these up. Now it's like very nice ceiling, nice high ceilings. One of the other things is we noticed there was a leak once we raised the ceilings. A leak on the roof, we had to replace the roof. That was not in our initial calculations, in our initial timeline, but we had to do it. While we're up there, we replaced the gutters. These are all things that add up over time if you decide to do these repairs, and these are risks that you come to find when you're doing these renovations, and they all take time. Do you have that time? And can you hold on to those costs until you can list it and sell it? And then again, you gotta list it, right? Which the average timeline is about 45 days to 70 days or so to list and sell if you're moving at a reasonable pace. Those are all the things you gotta think about when you wanna take on these renovations yourself. So what's the next option? Selling as is. Okay, well, it just so happens that this place we bought as is from the seller. And I went through this exact conversation with him, and I said, okay, well, you could do these renovations yourself, or you could sell it to us and we'll work on it. And what's the difference? Selling as is, sign a contract with us, and then we pick a closing date, and that's kind of really it. You're gonna give up on price, right? I mean, that's part of the deal, is you're gonna give up on the price. You're gonna give up some of your equity. But what are you gaining? You're gaining confidence that it's gonna get done. It's a guaranteed process from us. We're not gonna shortchange you on the close date or any of the fees. You're not gonna get any fees. You're not gonna get any commissions. And we're gonna get the deal done. You're trading off some equity for certainty and flexibility in the timeline. That's the option of selling as is. So you got your two options: fix it yourself and list it on the market, or you can sell it as is to me or some other investor, or you can put it on the market as is. That also comes up with its own headaches as well, because you're going to get lowball offers, you're going to get people coming in and out. It's usually easier, if you're going to do it as is, find someone like myself, because we're going to come looking anyway. You might as well find us before you put it on the market, and then you pay the fees and you pay the transfer tax and all that. But yeah, I mean, so those are the two options that you have, really. If you are in a situation where you're thinking about selling and you're not sure if you should fix the house up or if you should just list it as is, or have a conversation with me and see if we can buy it off market, feel free to give us a call. All our information is in the description below. We're here to help you, and we hope that we give you some valuable guidance. I hope these videos help you to make your decisions. Feel free to reach out anytime.